Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Today in War Thunder, it is time to talk about the War Thunder Beginners Pack, which right now is 50% off on Humble Bundle. This basically means that in Canadian, the cost of the pack is $3.29, and in USD, it's around about $2.99, if not even $1.99. Obviously, I can't check, but the main thing to say is this is incredibly cheap right now, and it also pays for itself just in the premium time that it gives you. So basically you get a bunch of stuff through it, and one of the things that you get is 7 days of premium, which pretty much equals the cost of the pack itself, meaning that all the rest are bonuses. Now before we get started into this, I do want to say that the channel and the Discord is partnered with Humble Bundle, meaning that we do have an affiliate link with them. This affiliate link for this pack will be in a pinned comment under this video, and if you want to use it, it gives us a little bit of kickback from the sale, which we then use to put back into the community. We do giveaways pretty much every week now, and this week we're doing 5 separate giveaways, including Call of Duty World War II, which we're doing on the Tech Hub Discord. So this also means that we can pay for artists to do cool designs for you guys, and also pay to be able to put on specific events and stuff once again for everyone. So all of the money that is made through this goes straight back into the community as well, just to let you know. So it is not just supporting, the team over at Tech Hub, it's also supporting the overall community. So let's talk about the pack itself, let's talk about what you get in it, and let's talk about, as we said, the pricing. So first of all, being $3.29, what you get in this pack is the Rank 1 USA M3A1 Stuart, the USMC Stuart, then you get the United States Marine Corps decal, then you get Rasmussen's P-36A plane, it's once again a Rank 1 USA plane, 120,000 Silver Lions, and the premium account for 7 days. Now the key thing here is the premium account. So since it's there for 7 days, I can do a quick calculation looking at that. So we can go to the Gaijin store. The lowest amount that you can get is 20 days for $7.49. So then if we do a quick cost breakdown, that means that each day of premium is worth around 38 cents. Therefore, 7 days of premium is worth about $2.62 US. So this pack, just in the premium that you get from it, the 7 days worth of premium, it pays for itself, meaning that all of the rest are bonuses on top of what you already get. This is a slam dunk deal just for the premium itself and for nothing else. So even if this pack was just 120,000 Silver Lions and a premium account for 7 days, it would be worth it. But because you get 2 vehicles, one of them being premium on top of it, with it, means that it's just a nice little cherry on the top. You're also getting some unique vehicles in the form of Rasmussen's P-36, which has a really cool story behind it, and also this vehicle as well, the M3A1. So let's talk about the 2 vehicles that you can get technically for free if you buy this pack, because of the way that the cost breakdown works. The first one is the M3A1 USMC. This can be found in the Rank 1 area of the tech tree for the premiums for the US. It does get all of the premium bells and whistles, the premium bonuses to it, including 60% Silver Line reward and 300% RP boost, which is incredibly big if you compare it to its brother in the tech tree, which is at 200% for its RP reward. On top of this as well, because of the premium bonus, its max repair cost is 510 Silver Lions, but you get 25 free repairs with it. So you're going to be making money with this thing even if you die 25 times straight away. And so it's pretty much as simple as that. If you've never played the M3A1, it's an incredibly fast little nippy vehicle. It's really fun to use. It's just zips about the place. Obviously the little brother of stuff like the M5A1, and also has the ability to be slightly up-tiered as well because of some of the characteristics it has. Negative 10 degrees of gun depression, incredibly good. Reload rate at a standard rate, so that's without the crew affecting it at all, is at 3.7. If you want to see what a good crew does to this thing, we can just stick it in any of these. Let's put it in my 108 crew for right now. you can see that it goes down to 3.3 seconds, which is incredibly good, and at full it can actually go to 2.9 seconds. So you can fire a 37mm shell every 2.9 seconds. You get 106 rounds of ammunition for it, but obviously you don't want to take that much. Turret rotation 17 degrees per second. It has pretty much everything you want. The only thing I would like to see from this machine is if it had a 50 cal on the top, and also because of it having a lot of speed, because of it having a great gun with really good penetration. As I said, 78mm a pen or 87mm a pen with the APC-BC. This means that you can up-tier it pretty well into at least 3.0, and with that fire rate you can just keep pinging away, you can keep annihilating. I would personally run this with stuff like the M5A1 Stuart, and also stuff like the M5A1 5th Canadian Armored Division, just to have a nice lineup which is, you know, Silver Lion reward heavy and also RP heavy. And as I said, up-tiering it into 2.3 is it's very competent to do so. The only problem is its armor. So it only has really 40mm on the front, and what you run into at lower tiers quite a lot is stuff such as autocannons from stuff like the Panzer IIc. And the Panzer IIc, well, it has up to 60mm a pen, so with its HVAP it will go through the M3, but if you're in a position where the majority of the time you yourself are on the offensive, going forward, being aggressive, then the M3 is the way to go. And as I said, it's just an added bonus to the already premium time, which pays for itself with this pack. The USMC decal is very simple, it's just that. The USMC insignia that you can see on the sides of the vehicle here. Nothing really fancy, but it is historical, it is interesting, and it means that you can put it on any vehicle that you feel like, at least when it comes to the tanks section of the game. The other vehicle that is on offer to you is Rasmussen's P36A. Now, this is technically a gift vehicle. It isn't a premium vehicle, so it doesn't have the premium stats of something like a B10B with its really good reward, or the F3, F2, which I believe is the starter premium now for the Americans. Rasmussen's P36A is just a standard gift vehicle, so it doesn't have any of the premium bonuses. Even though its rewards are still good, they're not as good as some premium machines. But Rasmussen's P36A is exactly the same as the one that you find in the tech tree, apart from it has this unpainted camouflage, which I personally think looks a lot nicer than the one in the tech tree. It has access to 150 cal with 200 rounds of ammunition. It also has one 7.62 with 500 rounds of ammunition, powered by, of course, the Pratt & Whitney R1830-17 14-cylinder radial, decent amounts of power behind it, and then, of course, the fuel tanks around. Armor profile is behind the pilots, 9.5mm, which at most levels wouldn't make a lot of difference, but at 1.3, where you're going to face a lot of Shikasses, a lot of 7.92s, that's actually going to make a difference in stopping people tearing apart your pilots and also tearing apart the engine. Now, because it's a gift vehicle, it does mean you do have to actually grind it out, so that will only take like 1 or 2 games, really, and it is just a nice little icing on the cake for this pack, just because of really the history behind it. So if you're a person who is interested in the side of War Thunder, which is more of the collector side, or if you want to have a unique thing which you can show to people and talk about the story behind it, then of course Rasmussen's is the perfect pick for you. If you don't know who Rasmussen is, I'll just make sure I get his full name correct. Rasmussen is Lieutenant Philip M. Rasmussen, and he was one of the only pilots who actually got off the ground when it came to Pearl Harbor. He was able to fight the Japanese in the air when many weren't, and one of the interesting facts about him, when he actually went up in Pearl Harbor to fight the Japanese, he was still in his pajamas, so he got up, got in the air, and fought for his country without even a second thought, and therefore therefore Rasmussen should be commended for his efforts. And on top of this, the fact that he is commended in the game with the P36A, I think is really nice. It reminds me very much of stuff like Thatcher's F2A1 or John Thatcher's F2A1 or Gala's F3F2. It is lovely to know that we have these stories in the game, and you can go and have a look at them online and try and work out, you know, why are these things called what they are. And well, you always can find out. Unfortunately, it has no access to secondary armaments, but a 50 cal with 200 rounds at 1.3 is going to tear apart pretty much any biplane that you're going to find, which is going to be the majority of vehicles that you're going to fight. Rasmussen's P36A has a lot of power in the engine, meaning that you can pseudo boom and zoom in this thing against other biplanes. See it very similarly to the early BF-109s, where it's a good learner if people want to learn how to be accurate with their guns, and also be accurate when it comes to diving, having like a 2 or 3 second threshold to hit someone, and then going up again to make sure that they don't hit you. So just like stuff like the C202 and also stuff like the BF-109E1, it's great for that learning experience for new players to be able to play it and understand those mechanics in a much more friendly environment, where if you make a mistake, you're not going to have, you know, a BF-109G2 up your jacksie. Instead, you're going to be able to zoom away because of your superior power of your engine. So overall, this is a great beginner vehicle because it helps you learn an aspect of the game which you won't find really until rank 3 and rank 4, which a lot of people fall into after playing a lot of the turn fighters like the A6Ms and also stuff like the Yaks, which you know, at mid to low altitude are very good at turning. And then of course the Spitfires and vehicles like this. Rasmussen's straight out of the bat gives you an opportunity to experience a different part of the game, which for me is incredibly important when learning about, you know, the knowledge and stuff when it comes to War Thunder and trying to expand your horizons on how to play the game and what vehicles you're going to be comfortable with. So yeah, this vehicle pack is available for the next 5 days, so you don't have to pick it up now if you don't want to, but just understand, as I said, it pays for itself just from the premium account. Everything else is an added bonus, and you get one very unique vehicle in the form of Rasmussen's P36A, one premium in the form of the M3, and of course the decal as well. This is a steal. I would definitely say pick it up, and make sure to check out the pinned comment for this video for a link towards it. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank Ambrosius McClellan, B. Young, Blackie, Daniel Stanton, John Ryman, Joseph Anders, Martinez, Mopar 1969, Moxie, Super Cacti, Uyans Terry, and Elove Goats, and of course Seductive Trash Can for supporting the channel.